think that affiliate marketing is a model that hasn't even reached the tipping point yet. It's still growing, even though it's been around for so long. Affiliate marketing has been around forever. It's constantly evolving. I think that the next stage is for like really, 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 really big multinational brands to start getting involved, working with these media buyers. You know, they work right now with a lot of influencers. They work right now with a lot of content site, but the media buying aspect is still untapped. And I think that's the next frontier.
Welcome to the EcomXFactor podcast, where it's all about launching and scaling your business using sales funnels, automations, and smart marketing. And now, please welcome your host, the founder of EcomXFactor, Yaron Bin.
Hi, Fred. How are you?
I'm good, Ron. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I already enjoyed the beginning of our conversation in which we shared about fatherhood and entrepreneurship.
The challenges of the joys and challenges of fatherhood and entrepreneurship. Yes.
Exactly. There are a lot of challenges and a lot of joys, but this isn't the topic of our conversation today. For the people who don't know you, can you share a bit about your background?
For sure. My name is Jean-Bart. I've been in the affiliate industry since 2008. So I've been in affiliate marketing for over 15 years. During that time, I've worked on the affiliate network side where I manage both affiliates and brands. I've worked on the brand side where I built and managed programs for DTC brands and SaaS startups. And I've been an affiliate myself where I've built a few review sites and managed my own ad spend. So in terms of affiliate marketing, I've worked in all facets of the industry, and I definitely consider this my domain of expertise. And so now I've started my own affiliate marketing agency where I help D2C e-com brands build, manage, and recruit affiliates to their programs.
That's amazing. And how come did you start out by doing affiliate marketing, or were you sucked into affiliate marketing after doing something else?
No, you know what? I fell into it. I had studied marketing in university. So I studied business. I specialize in marketing. The thing about getting marketing jobs out of school is that they can be so random, you know? So I had gone to a few interviews where they were like, this is the marketing job. And next thing you know, they have me going door to door selling knives.
Oh.
And so I was very skeptical about interviewing for marketing companies, but I needed a job at that time. And so there was a post for an online marketing company that was close by to where I lived, and I gave it a shot. And I remember during my interview, they just sold me about all this money that I could make. And I was very skeptical. But at the same time, I decided to give it a shot. And I remember the first thing that I did on day one was I took a look at the stats. I took a look at their CRM to see if what they were saying was true. And it was true. And from there, I've never really left.
Amazing. Did anything change? I mean, for sure, a lot of has changed. But what do you consider are like the biggest changes since when you just got started and till today?
Yeah, I would say the biggest change is that affiliate marketing has become a lot more mainstream. You have bigger and bigger brands. You have, whether it's in like retail, SaaS, you name it. I think every company sort of understands the importance of having an affiliate channel. They understand that it can bring in additional revenue. They understand that sort of it's another channel that can help diversify their acquisition strategy. And so you're seeing it's everywhere, right? A lot of it, especially on the SaaS side, they talk about partnership marketing, they talk about ecosystems. And this is something that's sort of really popped up in the last maybe 3 to 5 years, whereas before it wasn't really talked about. So I would say the biggest change from when I got started is that there are massive brands that are putting a lot of money into their affiliate channel and their affiliate programs.
And for the sake of the conversation, maybe we can just define what do you refer to by saying affiliate marketing, because many people say influencer marketing, there are the brand ambassadors, there are paid affiliates, so there are different types. So can you clarify the differences in your perception about each one of these?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the thing is, everyone has their different definition there. I don't think there's one set definition of affiliate marketing that everyone sort of goes back to. But in terms of my opinion and my perspective, what we try to do with clients when we're explaining it to them is we categorize affiliates in two different buckets. So on one side of the equation, you have the organic affiliates. And these are affiliates like your influencers, your bloggers, YouTubers. They're able to acquire customers or leads for their clients through organic means, through their audience. And so their ability to acquire customers is related directly to the size of their audience and their reach. And the good part about working with these type of clients is that, you know, it's very high quality traffic. Typically, it's very high intent. Downside is that, again, it's tied directly to the reach of their audience. And so let's say you're working with a blogger and they're getting your program maybe 10 sales a day, and you really want them to increase. Well, for the most part, they'll probably need to increase the size of their audience, which takes time, right? They'll need to like work on their SEO, which takes time. Whereas the other subset of affiliates that we like to classify, these are the paid media affiliates. These are direct response media buyers, some of the best media buyers in the world. And they run the affiliate links on paid media channels, so social, search, display, and they use their own money to fund these things, and they work on a click arbitrage. So basically, they however much they're paying for their clicks, let's call it $4 on Facebook, they want to be earning a higher click amount for every campaign.
Yeah.
And so the best benefit about this type of affiliate, and this is the type of affiliates that we specialize in, this is my background, is that when they do find a program or a campaign that's profitable, they have the ability to scale hard and they have the ability to scale fast because they just need to increase their ad spend.
Yeah.
And the funny part is that right now, when we talk to a lot of clients and we tell them about affiliate marketing, they really understand the organic side. They understand the influencers, they understand the YouTubers, they understand the content sites. But the media buying side is something that they just have no idea where to look, who to work with, kind of thing. And this is our specialty, where we're just bridging the gap between two worlds, because the media buying side of affiliate marketing is a massive industry. We have trade shows attended by tens of thousands of people in the industry. I don't have the exact number, but I am very confident to say that it's a $1 billion plus industry. There are a lot of big affiliates in there. And so I'm just trying to connect this world to, you know, the e-commerce D2C world.
This is amazing. And I agree. I think the second bucket is totally overlooked. Many people are not aware of this. Mostly people that maybe played around with ClickBank or a bit more shadier type of offers, they are aware of this media buying type of affiliates. But I'm sure not all media buyers are shady. But I'm just saying that people are exposed to this kind of media buying affiliates via these types of very lucrative offers. And is there like maybe a bar or a specific amount of revenue that is relevant for people to start considering this? Because I think maybe a lot of listeners are listening to the podcast and say, I don't even have like my organic affiliate. So probably now onboarding a media buyer affiliate is way out of my league and it's not in my roadmap. So how do you consider, who do you consider this affiliate program is relevant?
Yeah, for sure. So I can give you kind of like a strategy that we always talk about. The first thing I'll say is affiliate marketing. A lot of people think they look to affiliate marketing to be the savior of their business, and it's not. Do not look at it that way. Affiliate marketing is something that you add to your business once you have a solid foundation. So once you've started running your own paid ads, and you know your AOV, you know your LTV, you know you have a remarketing strategy in place, you know you're emailing your clients, you're SMSing, you have upsells, you have cross sells. Once you have all of this in place, then you add affiliate marketing to it, and that's kind of like the fuel to the fire to take it to the next level. However, you can still start. You don't have to be doing millions of dollars to start an affiliate program. I think that I would definitely suggest starting with the organic affiliate approach. So the organic affiliates, right? Because of the fact that they don't, maybe they spend some money to build out the content, right? But after that, because they're acquiring their customers organically, they don't really have any costs. And so they're fine with working on a rev share model. However, the paid media affiliates, they're spending money every single day. And so they can't really work on a rev share model. You work with them on a fixed CPA or a fixed commission. So you'll pay them $40, $50, $60, $70 per customer acquired. And so on that model, you need to know what your acquisition costs are. More importantly, you need to know what your LTV is, right? Because typically what will happen is you're probably going to be paying a little bit higher in terms of your acquisition cost than what you can acquire for them internally. You can make that back if you know what your LTV is. So I can give you like a real world example. So let's say you have a product you're selling online, you're running Facebook ads, your internal team or your agency, you're able to acquire customers for $40 per customer on Facebook. If you were to work with an affiliate media buyer, that affiliate is starting with a cold pixel. So chances are they're not going to be as efficient in acquiring customers as you. So they may start off at $50, $60, or $70 a customer, an acquisition. And so you're going to have to pay them like a premium especially in the beginning in order for them to like get their pixel warmed up. Now, the good brands that know their LTV, right? That know that, okay, well, we're paying $40 right now internally, but our LTV on the customer is $200. Okay, well, we can afford to pay $60, $70, $80, $90, even $100 because we know that we're going to make that in the long run through remarketing strategies. And so that's sort of the difference there. And so like someone looking to get into affiliate marketing, I would definitely suggest they start off on the organic side if they don't have a lot of the solid foundations of their business.
Okay, cool. Let's keep on building this playbook because I like where this is going. So, now we realize we have the LTV, we have the AOV. What's next?
Yeah. So if you know your metrics, right, you would work with an agency like us. And so what we would do is we would conduct an audit of your brand. Basically, we would look, some brands don't have an affiliate program, other ones do. We would do a full audit to see like where are there any gaps. But basically, you want to work with, there are certain affiliate networks out there that specialize in these paid media affiliates. So you get signed up to these affiliate network. A lot of times they run on a performance-based only model. So you're only paying them on a like cost per acquisition basis, right? They may take 10, 15, 20% of all of the payouts that you give to the affiliates. But one of the most important things that we would do is create content, direct response content. And this is something that has worked for a lot of the other clients, some of the biggest campaigns that we've worked on, where we'll create different types of landing pages. So we'll have a pre-sale or advertorial landing page. This is where you kind of warm up the customer to the pain point, the benefits, the advantages. It may be like told in a first-person story. It kind of looks like a blog post. From there, you go into another landing page, which is, we call it your bundles page. This is, again, a direct response landing page where you bundle your hero product in 1, 2, and 3 product bundles. And you create an offer around this where you push the customer towards the higher priced bundles. Maybe you throw in a free ebook or another like product in the more expensive bundles, because that has the goal of increasing your AOV, right? Which helps, since you may be spending a high acquisition cost with these paid media buyer sides. And so those are some of the key elements to start. Next, it would be, you need to find some good affiliates, right? And this is a key important part. A lot of people that start brands, it's very easy to start an affiliate program. You can start it on your site. You can work with a network. It's actually not complicated at all. The challenge is recruiting affiliates.
Sure.
This is hard. I mean, people don't get it. Like, they just don't get it. They don't understand how hard it is to work with good quality affiliates. So it's very easy to start an affiliate program. It's very easy to recruit like a newbie affiliate that saw some ads on Instagram about how you can make $1 million on affiliate marketing, and they sign up and they don't do anything. Those affiliates are easy, but though they're not going to push the needle for you. It's the good quality affiliates. Typically, in my experience, an affiliate program, a good affiliate program is, they have 10 to 15% of the affiliates are generating all of the volume. And so those super affiliates, as we call them, are very hard to get in touch with. It's either you have to have a good relationship with them, or you have to present a really good offer to them. Because what I tell everyone is, you have to understand the mindset of a super affiliate. These guys, girls are the best, and everyone knows it. and they're getting hit up every single day by a bunch of affiliate managers, brands, program managers, networks. They're all begging them for their traffic, begging them to run this offer. And so they have this barrier or wall set up where, they don't really trust anyone, right? And they're probably going to block you out. And so that's why working with these good affiliates is key to a successful program. And one of the things that we do outside of the fact that we have relationships with a lot of these affiliates is that we get the brands to offer them a test budget. So as I talked about in the beginning, these affiliates are using their own money, right?
Yeah.
And so again, thinking about their mindset, the majority of their campaigns that they're testing actually fail. So the life of a really good affiliate, when they test a new campaign, they're probably going to lose money. But they have to keep testing in order to find these diamonds in the rough. And so one way that you can sort of separate your campaign, your program for the competition is you can offer them a test budget. So you can say, listen, I'll give you a test budget of $1,000 so that when you're testing out this campaign at the beginning, any losses that you incur, we will credit you for that. It's kind of like a loss pool test budget. And so that's one of the important things. And then from there, once you go live with the affiliate and they're testing, it's about maintaining those lines of communication, figuring out what is working, what's not working, telling them like, you should test this, you shouldn't do this, just really trying to help them to get them to a point where they can see some type of profitability. And then once they do hit profitability, that's where the scale happens.
I see. And normally these affiliates, what exactly is the scope of things that they do? Do they only do the media buying, or will they also create ads, or normally they only use what you provided from the swipe files? Do they create their own landing pages? So normally with the super affiliate, I'm curious to know what the super affiliates are doing these days.
Yeah, so that's a really good question. And I would say some affiliates, they aren't, building out content creation. That's not their strong point kind of thing. And so they just need the brand, the agency, the affiliate network to create content for them. In my experience, some of the best affiliates though, they do build out their content. And so you don't need to actually provide them with finished content. You can give them the raw assets, right? And they'll take those raw assets and build out their own content that's meant for the specific channels they're running on. So a lot of good affiliates, like the really top ones, will build out their own content. And in what we've seen is that the affiliates are able to build out better content than the brands can, because they're doing it on a day-to-day basis. They know what works, they're testing, they have all the data there. Anytime that an affiliate can really put in some time building out content, typically you'll see better results than if the brand were to do it.
Interesting. And before we go on, and I would like you to share maybe some stories or case studies. Can you recover very briefly like the technical aspects that people should be aware of, giving out the pixel, not giving out the pixel, which data should you provide, like a bit of technical aspects from your end, like that people are starting out an affiliate program and not using you guys, what they should know?
Yeah, well, so the good part is working with affiliate networks. I'll let you know, they'll usually take care of all that for you, right? So on the paid media side, I would say the majority of affiliate networks are full service, meaning when you sign up with them, you'll actually get an account rep. And that account rep will walk you through the entire process of getting pixels placed, where to place them. Typically, they'll have some ad ops person in the company that will help you out as well. Even the affiliate networks that are self-service, they have really good customer service teams to where they can help you, walk you through that entire process. But from a just high level overview, each affiliate network will give you like a JavaScript pixel. You would place it in either the header or footer of all of the pages where you have the conversion, right? So 100%, you'll definitely have it on the thank you page, but typically the affiliate and the network and everyone will want to track other events throughout the funnel. So you might have add to cart, checkout page, when they hit the actual offer page. So all of these events, you would want to place that pixel. And that's basically it. The affiliate networks have really great tracking systems to where you don't need to be very technical in order to get that done. And a lot of times they can help you with that too.
That's cool.
But primarily it's either a JavaScript pixel or a postback.
Okay, cool. I see.
Mhm.
And okay, maybe we should finish the playbook before we move on to the case studies. So
Yeah.
now we see a few affiliates are doing well, and we communicate with them, I don't know, on a weekly basis or on a daily basis, give them feedback, sharing what is working. Do you have any other tips or advice with regards to creating a more lucrative affiliate program? So I know there are brands that build like affiliate leaderboard, for example.
Mhm.
Is this something that you use, or can you give more tips about making the program even more lucrative, except for obviously increasing the CPA that you're willing to pay?
Yeah, for sure. So you know what? A very often overlooked tactic
Mm-hmm.
is just business development, like having a relationship with the affiliates. And so I have a client, they're in the financial lead gen space. The CEO built out the affiliate program himself last year,
Mm-hmm.
completely on his own. It was him and his EA, and they didn't really know anything to do with affiliate marketing. And they were able to generate, like, they paid out $4 million in payouts in their program, generated like tens of millions of dollars from the program. And the one thing that he did was he
Mm-hmm.
got on the phone with every single affiliate when they signed up, like
Mm-hmm.
one-on-one call, face to face, explaining them about the company, explaining them about the program, really making the affiliates feel special and giving them that white glove service. Now, a lot of time was probably spent with affiliates who didn't generate revenue,
Mm-hmm.
but for the good affiliates in there, they felt very special because the competition was just, once you got approved, they would get an email, maybe an instant message, and that was it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so really it's really important. Like, affiliate marketing is not just marketing. A big aspect of it is business development, it's sales, it's relationships. And so I tell clients all of the time is that you have to build these relationships with these affiliates. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
build trust with them. And that's sort of the approach that we take. Whereas a lot of other agencies will have an email list that they'll blast out when there's like a new client or a new program. We actually reach out one-on-one. We actually have conversations, because another thing to keep in mind in terms of the mindset of an affiliate, they may be running programs for multiple brands, multiple companies. Your program that they decided to work with may be in an industry or vertical they're not used to. And so the more information you can give on the vertical, the industry, the target customer, the better like content they could create, the better programs that they could build or campaigns. And so, sometimes you can't communicate that through an instant message. You can't
Mm-hmm.
communicate that through an email. The phone is important. Zoom
For sure.
calls are important. And
Uh-huh.
that's something that doesn't take any money.
Yeah, for sure. I love the fact that you obviously you've been an affiliate and you
Mm-hmm.
keep on constantly mentioning you have to think about the mindset of the affiliate,
Yes.
because this is very important. And I love the fact that you bring it up very often, because basically we're selling to the affiliates. We want to onboard
Yes.
the best affiliates. So it's important to understand what they're looking for. And they're looking for profitability, but they also want to be treated as business partners.
Yes. And I think that clients really don't understand how many how many messages these affiliates get on a day-to-day
Mm-hmm.
basis. Like, I've seen screenshots, I've been on the other side. Like, a good affiliate is like bombarded, with messages like, hey, like, this is the best program, run this, run that. And so you're not the only one trying to reach out to
Mm-hmm.
them if you know that it's a big affiliate. That's all I'm gonna say.
Awesome. And a question that comes to mind is, how do you have any tips regarding vetting the affiliates or distinguishing the affiliates that are basically going to waste your time or the
Mm-hmm.
affiliates that are relevant? Do you ask for, okay, show me like data from similar operations, or how do
Mm-hmm.
you vet them?
So for me, I've been doing this for 15 years. So
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it. I can
Uh-huh.
hear it in the conversation, right? I can hear it in how detailed the conversation is or how vague the conversation is. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's very easy for me to see, like, really quickly I can determine like a really good affiliate within a matter of minutes of speaking with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
A good affiliate is going to be talking about specific data. They're going to be like, I'm running this program, I'm getting this amount of sales, I'm getting this like EPC, this conversion rate, this is what I'm doing. A not so good affiliate will be like, oh yeah, well, I want to do this, or I've been looking a bunch of YouTube videos and I want to get started and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would think that for someone that needs to vet the affiliates, the safest thing to do is to ask them very specific questions like, okay, what is your top program that you're running right now? How many sales a day are you doing? You know, what conversion rate, what EPC? And then ask them for screenshots, you know, ask them for screenshots for some of these other programs that they're running. And, you know, that might offend some affiliates, and some affiliates may be like, well, I want to waste your time with you, but that's okay. Maybe those aren't the type of affiliates that you want to be working with in the first place. But the ones that are lying, they're obviously not going to send it. I mean, they could still fraud. Like that definitely does happen. But, you know, if you don't have that experience of working with an agency that can vet the affiliates for you and you're doing it yourself, I would say the more specific you can be, and if you can get screenshots, that helps out a lot.
And I think it's also important to emphasize that some people might say, okay, this is just a performance-based agency. I don't mind just hiring everybody. But there are downsides boarding affiliates that are irrelevant. So let alone the fact that it's a waste of time, they can also damage the brand's image. So can you cover this? Maybe share a few examples of maybe weird stories that you saw, the people that exploited the brand or like really harmed the brand's reputation.
I mean, there's hundreds,
for sure,
not thousands. I think that from a high level perspective, where they can do the most damage is if, like, for example, let's say a brand has a celebrity endorsement, right? Typically with these type of deals, there's a lot of lawyers involved. There's a lot of legal aspects around what the brands can say in terms of how they can represent these celebrities. A lot of times the affiliates, they don't understand that. Like, they don't know that they need to be like, you know, they have to like send everything for approval, or they may see something on the brand's site or landing page or ads and they think they can just say the same thing, but they're not allowed to do that kind of thing. And I think that's like some of the most dangerous aspects is when you're threatening like a brand's like celebrity endorsements, or even like a doctor deal. Some brands get clinically endorsed. And so there are certain things that you can say and not say. Right. You know, we worked with a brand called Goalie. So Goalie is one of the biggest direct-to-consumer brands in the world. And, you know, their hero product is an apple cider vinegar gummy. And although apple cider vinegar gummies have been linked to like weight loss in the past, right? And a lot of people use that angle. That's something where the brand didn't want it to be anyone to explicitly say it can help you lose weight. But a lot of the times, if we weren't on top of it, you know, affiliates would just automatically say, yeah, this helps with weight loss, right? And it's not like they're being malicious too. They just, everyone else is promoting apple cider vinegar as a weight loss tool. And so they thought it was totally fine to do it with this one as well. But the brand is very protective in terms of what they can and can't say. And that's something that was very serious to them. And that's a hard thing to police, right? Because you have to be on top of all of the ads. You have to make sure they're not there. If the brand does find it, or if someone does find it, you have to make sure the affiliate takes it down right away. And so I think that's some of the more serious stuff is around when affiliates make claims that are just false, and it can get the brand in some serious trouble.
Yeah, this is definitely something that you should be aware of as a brand, as an affiliate program manager.
Yes.
Can you just clarify for people who are listening and never worked with a super affiliate, what are the numbers that we're talking about? I mean, we're probably talking about spends of thousands of dollars on a daily basis on Facebook ads, for example, but people don't necessarily realize the scope of money that these affiliates are pouring into media buying. So can you give some examples just to, you know, so people will understand these are not small fishes in the pond?
Yeah. So there are different levels, right? So an affiliate that's spending $100 a day, okay, decent, whatever. Thousands of dollars a day, okay, you have my attention. Tens of thousands of dollars a day, this is a serious affiliate, because you're talking about if something happens, let's say they're spending $10,000 a day on a campaign or whatever it is, and for some reason they aren't staying on top of their phone and tracking breaks or whatever, they can lose a lot of money in a day, right? And so these affiliates are not only, it takes a certain type of person to spend that kind of money. And like, you know, and the thing is with a lot of these platforms, you may be profitable one day, but you may lose money the next day. It's just when you run on Facebook, you're not necessarily profitable every single day. There are days where things happen, costs go up, and you can lose money. And so you have to have a certain mindset to be able to just be like, hey, I'm going to do this kind of thing. But the biggest affiliate that I ever worked with, they were spending like hundreds of thousands of dollars a day.
Wow.
These were affiliates that, you know, they were spending, I had an affiliate spending on native display ads. And during the holiday season a few years ago, they were one of the top advertisers there, more spend than some of the biggest brands in the world. Right. And so they have the capital, they have to know how to do it, but more so they have the risk aversion to be like, okay, I'm going to go for this and I'm going to do it. I'm going to test it out and I'm going to try and generate sales from this at a high spend. So yeah, I would definitely say to the higher end, you know, a super affiliate can be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was spending a lot of money, more than $10,000 on a daily basis for one of my dropshipping store, and the checkout broke. And from there on, I couldn't sleep at night. I created like an automation that called me. If the conversion rate went down by more than 2%, it would have called me to my personal phone and notify me, because that's something more. Because, you know, when you're spending these amounts of money, and if something breaks, it goes down, all goes down the drain. So
right. And you know, that's interesting, because that tied back to what I said about these are some of the best media buyers in the world, right? They're spending their own money. Like, you know, if they're not profitable, then on like when they run a campaign, then the whole business model doesn't work. But if they don't stay on top of their campaign all day long, things like this happen all of the time. Tracking breaks a lot, right? Or things happen. And so they have to be on top of it. They have to know their business. They have to know their numbers really well. Like you said before, right? Is a 1% drop in conversion rate, is that something to panic about and stop everything? Or is that normal? You just keep going and you know that it'll pick back up, right? That's what makes these media buyers, these paid media affiliates so good.
And I think it's also important to emphasize that there is in my opinion, there is a big distinction between people who spend their own money and people that spend the money of the company. So if you're media buying from your own pocket, you're probably going to be better, in my opinion, because, okay, you have some things that you might be too afraid to do and test, but on the other hand, it makes you more professional, in my opinion. So this is why hiring this or working with these people, I think, might produce way better results than just an agency that isn't performance-based. And these are basically just people who started working 3 months ago and they are getting your account.
Yeah, and I'm like, there are definitely a lot of good agency media buyers out there, kind of thing, but it can't compare versus someone that's spending their own money, right? It's like, you just can't compare. It just, there's no comparison. It's like when you're spending your own money, you're on top of it, right? It's just in anything in life, right? So in media buying, it's the same thing. Exactly. Someone that's spending their own money versus someone else's will care just a lot more.
For sure. And you mentioned the native ads. So can you portray a quick image of what are the channels that affiliates are using these days? I mean, obviously it's a very general question. It depends on the offer, but let's set aside all the disclaimers and just give me like an understanding. Normal Facebook ads, mostly native, display, whatever. Just So like you said, it really varies on the vertical and stuff like that. But whereas Facebook was completely the dominant channel a few years ago, TikTok has really surpassed that, to where, you know, I would say TikTok is the primary channel and then Facebook is second. And and a big part of that is just Facebook's policies around bans and not having customer service and just a shrinking user base, whereas the opposite is happening with TikTok, where it's growing. Affiliates love to be where things are growing. They love to like catch the wave, right? And so TikTok is huge. Obviously, Facebook is always there. It's always a good channel to have. Email, there are a lot there. So this is something where I think a lot of brands don't understand that there are affiliates that have their own email lists, and they will email out third-party affiliate offers. There are some massive affiliates too that can generate hundreds, if not thousands, of sales leads a day.
and there are affiliate networks that specialize in working with these specific affiliates. Display can work. Display is a hard one to make work, but there are affiliates that specialize in display. There are affiliates that specialize in native. There are certain offers, there are certain verticals that really work well targeting an older demographic. There's certain types of content that work really well for native, like a VSL, like a video sales letter. So I'm not sure if people are familiar with native ads, but a lot of times when they click on a native ad, sometimes they go to like a 1 hour, 30-minute video sales letter where you can't even click off of it. And I think anyone that's younger knows that this is like a sales letter ad and would not spend the time to wait there. But the thing is, those work really well, and they work really well for older demographics. And so, you know, it really depends on what your offer is, what niche, what vertical, who you're targeting. But I would say those are some of the top ones. Search does well, but for the most part, the brands like to take care of that internally.
Exactly.
And then YouTube is a great channel, obviously, but it's a channel that you have to find the right affiliates, because that's like, you have to have a good internal content creation for that. And it also takes time, and a lot of times affiliates don't have the patience for that. But there are some great YouTube affiliates out there. You have to be really thick in terms of how you recruit them.
Interesting. And let's say someone wants to like dive deeper into this world. Are there any specific affiliate networks that you would suggest for direct to consumer brands to check out?
Yeah, for sure. I would say the top one is one called SquareDance. So SquareDance.io. Really, they're the only affiliate network that specializes in both direct-to-consumer brands in the health and wellness vertical, but also working with paid media buyers as well. And so they have a platform. It's self-service, very simple, easy to use. You can get signed up within a day. You know, they give you instructions on where to place your pixels, and then they have a marketplace for affiliates within the platform that you can reach out to and get started. And a lot of the affiliates, if you're in the health and beauty vertical, health, wellness, fitness, beauty vertical, there are a lot of affiliates in there that specialize in that. And so that would be a great place to start as well.
Cool. Interesting. Okay. Before we hopped on the call, so you mentioned, I asked you if there are any case studies that you can share. And you mentioned that you worked with Onnit. So can you share a bit about the experience of working with Onnit, which is a huge brand? What exactly did you guys do, and how did it look like? What the results that it created? Without disclosing any
No, I definitely won't. So Onnit is, I would say, the guiding star that any D2C brand wants to aspire to be. They secured an A-list celebrity in Joe Rogan to not only be an official endorser, but also an owner in the company, an investor. And they were able to build out a brand in a relatively short period of time that got sold to Unilever, a multinational billion-dollar company, for nobody knows what the actual amount is, but I'm pretty sure you can guess it was for a pretty good penny. And so I think that every D2C brand would love to get sold to a big multinational company like Unilever. I think if they say they don't, then they're probably lying. But if I think without knowing the numbers, we could probably guess it was somewhere in the 9 figures, most likely, of a deal. So to think the CEO, Aubrey Marcus, he started this himself, you know, with selling the hero product, Alpha Brain, just from a grassroots level to building out a company that was able to get acquired by a multinational business. That's huge. So that's Onnit. And so when we started working with them, they had their own internal team. They were acquiring customers internally. They were doing a few hundred sales a day, and they were running direct to their e-com page. I'm not sure what the exact number is, but typically, you know, going direct to e-com 2 to 3% or whatnot. When we started working with them, what we did is we built out some direct response landing pages. So similar to what I talked about before. So we built a pre-sale page for their hero product, Alpha Brain, around like productivity, how to improve your productivity, how to improve your focus, your memory. We had Joe Rogan as the hero image there. Then we had a bundles page where we bundled their top performing like hero product Alpha Brain into like 2 and 3 product bundles. We created like on the higher price bundles, we gave out like a free ebook. And we also we worked with affiliates, like really good affiliates who were able to take, so there was like a video, there was like a founder's video where Joe Rogan and the CEO Aubrey, they were talking, and the affiliates were able to chop up that like 1 hour video or whatever it was and create new content from it, some really engaging content. And that is something like the combination of those 3 things really led to the program exploding. It does hundreds and hundreds of sales a day. They're very successful. They're one of the top affiliate programs on terms of the paid media side. The landing page, I remember I like they were going direct to ecom before. The landing page that we built out converted around 8 to 10%. So we were able to like, triple, quadruple their conversion rate. And that makes a massive difference when you're in affiliate marketing. But I would say the best thing about working with Onnit is they were a great partner to work with, and they understood their business very, very well. And so like they're the model, like in many ways, they're the model D2C brand to work with. They knew their AOV, they knew their LTV. That was the most important thing. A lot of times brands don't understand their LTV. They knew it very well. They had really good strategies in place to remarket their customers. They have a lot of products on their site that they can upsell and cross-sell to. And so they were really able to drive that LTV of the customer up, which allowed them to pay these high CPAs. And so that combined with the fact that they had Joe Rogan, I mean, not gonna lie, any like type of ad where you can have Joe Rogan in there works very, very well. And so we were able to build out a lot of really cool, unique content from that. And yeah, like, to be quite honest, Onnit is a company that, they're still crushing it. Even after they got acquired, they have a solid team out there. They partner with that same company, that affiliate network that I talked to, Square Dance. I'm not 100% sure, but they have a lot of people right now running it. So it's a very competitive program to join, and they only work with the top of the top affiliates. But I would say that Onnit, best D2C brand in the space, best affiliate program I ever worked with, best team out there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see their materials. I mean, I mostly when I go on research about affiliate programs, so I go to ClickBank and I see the swap files and I see what they are offering, because I want to stay on top of my game, even though affiliate isn't exactly what I'm doing, but I always want to see if they're like the innovation in the space, because I do believe it's a very innovative space. But I've never really looked into like Onnit's marketing materials and the affiliate program. And I will do so after our conversation.
Yeah, and Onnit's just one company. I mean, there's so many out there. They're just the best company I've ever worked with. They just understood it, and that's an important thing as well. Is you need to, in order for affiliate marketing to work, the brand and the client, they need to understand what the affiliates want. They need to understand the value of content creation. And outside of the fact that they had Joe Rogan, outside of the fact that they had a really good business model, they just really understood what affiliates wanted. And so that's what made that partnership so profitable.
Amazing. Cool. I want to start concluding. Is there anything that you wanted to discuss that we didn't discuss that you would like to mention?
Yeah, no, I think that affiliate marketing is a model it hasn't even reached the tipping point yet. It's still growing, even though it's been around for so long. Affiliate marketing has been around forever. It's constantly evolving. I think that the next stage is for like really, 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 really big multinational brands to start getting involved, working with these media buyers. They work right now with a lot of influencers. They work right now with a lot of content site. But the media buying aspect is still untapped. And I think that's the next frontier. So any brand, e-commerce brand that has, has good data on their internal ads, any brand that really understands their LTV and that has a good LTV. If you have a product where customers purchase it consistently on a month to month and a recurring basis, right there, you have at least a good starting point to build out an affiliate program. Because then you know that you have a good product that customers love, but you know that there is an LTV there that's probably pretty healthy. And so you can work with affiliates and give them a high CPA that'll attract the really top quality super affiliates. And then in turn, you can work with them on scale. So yeah, so that's what I would probably end off at. If anybody has any questions, if anybody wants to know more, I'm always here to help. I think that providing as much free and valuable content is key. I think that it just comes around. It's a good thing to do to push the industry forward. People can reach me on LinkedIn at Frederic Jean, or they can hit me up on my website. It's performancepartners.agency. And yeah,
awesome.
That's about it.
Great. Obviously, we will have the links in the show notes. And I definitely agree. I think this is an aspect of marketing that is a bit overlooked, like the paid affiliates. And I really enjoyed our conversation because it was very valuable, and it's actually something that I'm not really an expert at. I mean, I'm not an expert in many things, but specifically the paid affiliate is something that I never really worked with. So it was very interesting for me as well on a personal note. So I thank you for this. I guess that's it for today. Thanks again. Have a lovely rest of your day.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ron. Appreciate the conversation. It was great.
Awesome. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, take care.
Hi guys, this is Yaron again. Just a few more things before you take off. Number one, if you want to learn more about e-commerce and marketing, make sure you check out our YouTube channel, which is called EcomXFactor Official. Number two, check out our Facebook group, which is called EcomXFactor Marketing and E-commerce Mastermind. This is a great place to ask questions and connect with other business owners. And last but not least, if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to share it with your friends and colleagues, plus leave a review at your favorite podcast app.